What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about how I personally trade the open. This is how I like to trade the open. This is how I have learned to trade the open. I know a lot of prop traders also trade the open in a similar way to this. So let's get right into it. You can see here on the left side of my screen I have kind of the steps, the 5 steps that I focus on. So the first step, determine probable market direction on the indices, meaning the SPY, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Dow. So what I like to do is pull up the hourly or the 30-minute chart of these, all three of these, to determine what we're seeing. So today, for example, this is July 14th, this is shot on. We had a gap down right here into what I had as a support line, which was also the last week's low. And we held that level, so I was long down here on Apple, and Apple had a great day today, pushed up 2% today. So you're checking on these levels, just levels that you previously had mapped out, right? And so like, let's say price is up here at what I had already marked as the top of a rising wedge. I would be looking to short more so up here. But now we're coming down to the bottom of this range that it's kind of been working in here. So once we start getting in the lower half, I'm starting to look to long. And you can see that kind of played out today. We were down here in the push up. Okay, and step 2 will be check charts for setups that you like to play. Start with the daily time frame and work down. So I like to, personally, I just trade a few stocks, as I call them. Right here you can see the daily money makers. These are what I like to trade. I'm mainly just trading Tesla and Apple though. So let's go through the next part, which would be, so for part 2, check the charts for setups. These are setups that hopefully you can already identify, or they are setups that you know, like me, for example, that Tesla likes to push on trend breaks, right? So that would be something I know, that's kind of my edge there. So step 3 here is mark important levels. So let's go to what I mean by that. I personally like to use the opening range setups. I like to use these levels, I guess, as important support and resistance levels. To me, it's less important what levels you use and more important that you just stick to those levels and you have a set game plan on those levels. And I tend to find the opening range on the 10-minute chart that the level usually is pretty accurate, and in this case it was. So this was from 7:13. This was from yesterday, which was a Wednesday. And you can see pushed up all day, and then here we are. This was the open today, and this was the level I was watching here for Tesla. This was the opening range high from the day before. So if we would have lost that, I would have started to get worried, right? But we held it, and we actually had a nice push from it, from 690 all the way up to 715. So a $25 move. That's a nice move on Tesla. But what I do want you to focus on here is the price does break this level, right? This is not an exact level. That's why step 4 here, which says watch how price reacts at those levels. This is not an exact. Stocks are never exact, and sometimes it may have wicked further down to maybe 685. Here it only wicked 688. It could have gone down to 685 and then wicked back up. And Tesla likes to do this in particular. Some stocks will stand right on that level. Tesla likes to rip under it a little bit. So, for example, for Tesla's personality, once you see it coming down, testing this level, you can see it going under and trapping some shorts and then pulling back up, and it did that a couple times, and that helped give it the juice at least. They had a nice push right off the bat from here, which is 703, so that's a $13 move, pretty quick in 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So you need to watch how price reacts at that level. Let's go to Apple here, and here is another example of it. We can go, this was Apple today. This was the opening range was right here, and you can see how it reacts to it. So first you even get the break up. So you can see it interacting with this opening range, right? So zoom in a little here. You can see it wicking above. It's kind of collecting some liquidity, and the volume's starting to come in a little bit, right? So you can see that right here. So you got increasing volume, and then finally it steps up on it and it stands on it, and that's what you want to see. You want to see it standing on it, and then you want to see it push. And that's exactly what it did, and it pushed with more volume than the prior candle, 10-minute candle, which was good. Otherwise, let's say I was using this level, which was the day before's prior high, and we can do that too. Let's get this off the screen. So that level right here would be 144.90, and you can see I'm just, if I were to be taking this trade, I would just be sitting here. If this was my level, usually it's best to have levels above and below that you want to play off of. So in this case, I would just do, I personally like to use the top of the 10-minute opening range candle and the bottom usually of the 10-minute opening range candle. So in this case, it was the 10-minute, and you could see it push up until finally a powerful break through that level. You can see that candle right here. You highlight that candle right there, big body candle, strong candle right there, and that's breaking through what this was resistance, right? So that's an igniter candle, as I like to call it, and you get the nice ignite, boom, and it gap fills on that, and then it just keeps going from there, and it's an all-day runner, and that's a nice winner. That contracts were well over 100% from where I entered. So the final thing that you need to do is you need to execute. And you'll notice that I always bring up execute, just like I always bring up risk management. They're two of the most important things you need to be able to execute. On a situation like this, where you might ask yourself, well, Brady, where are you buying? I would be buying on this second candle right here. Either this red candle. I don't like to buy on green candles, so I would probably be buying on the red candle right here, which was also, you can see it even got above this level right here, which was a resistance, hit this level right here too. So I'd be buying on that red candle once it held, and I would just be risking one of these candle lows. So I don't like to risk the exact line. I like to risk candle lows. That's just my personal take on things. So I would have been risking to, I don't know, maybe one of these candles. So if I'm getting in up here, 145, I only probably want to risk 50 cents. So 30, yeah, I'm probably risking down to maybe the bottom of this red candle or something right here. Red, it's black in this situation, but you get what I'm saying. So that's kind of what I would recommend, and that's how I trade the open. It's important really to pre-plan the levels so that when the market does open, you are just reacting. You're not thinking, you're just reacting, right? So if price is breaking level, boom, I'm buying. If price is doing this, I'm selling, or I'm going short. The important part is to have that plan, and it even helps. I know some traders like to just write it on a sticky note. I have a little notepad that I write it on, and that helps you remember the plays that you want to look at, and it helps you stay focused as well. But it's important to have those levels marked out prior to market open, right? So this is why I get to my desk at 8 and I'm getting ready for the day. I usually have my plays pretty much done the night before, and if I need to tweak anything in the morning, I will. But it is important that you're ready for the open, and once the open starts, that you're just reacting, right? You're not doing anything. You're sitting on your hands and you're reacting to plays that you had already planned out, right? You're not taking new plays unless something really good comes along. So that's what I have. Thanks guys for watching, viewing, and subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, or you have video ideas, please link them below. Put them down below in the comments, and I would love to make a video about it. So thanks again. Peace.